everyone, my name is George Pies, host of ACFradio.com, and I'm here today to talk to you about 90 shows and cartoons that were on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon and Disney Channel back in the day, and shows that Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney have now. Alright, let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Yeah, we're here already. So anyway, as you can see, the shows that they have on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network and Disney today are, well, not as good as they were, to be bluntly honest. For example, back in the 90s, I remember coming home from school, and it's like, yes, I'm out of school. I no longer have to put up with Sister Mary. It's like now I get to go home and see Hey Arnold and Rugrats and all kinds of shows that just put a smile on my face. It's like, it was a relief. Now, yes, I know I'm a 22-year-old man and still watching cartoons. I don't give a crat's hair. Yes, I said crat. Yes, I invented a new swear word. It is called crat. So, anyway, today the shows revolve around one generic thing. Teen drama, which, why do we need it? We already see enough of it. We hear enough of it in other shows, and we hear about it on the news when something happens. And texting, come on, I do it on a daily basis. Texting is just a way of communicating. It's not very that interesting when it comes to making a storyline. So anyway, here's the problem that they have. It's so generic. I mean, look at what's on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon now. You've got freaking iCarly. You've got freaking Victorious. You have, and look at what they have on Disney. Ant Farm. The only thing that I give Cartoon Network for, I give them the credit, is one, they didn't stick to this. I mean, granted, they did put on live action game shows. I mean, some of them are, they're alright, not as good. I mean, Nickelodeon's usually better with those type of things back in the day. Back in the 90s when they had things like Guts, Gas, Figure It Out, and stuff like that. But honestly, Nickelodeon, Disney, where's your creative cartoon ethic? What are you having your writers do? Anyway, I'm sure a lot of you remember shows like Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Doug, Rocco, and also Rocco's Modern Life, and Real Monsters. Yes, I know, I was a 90s kid, people. If I saw the light-up shoes being sold by LA Gear on TV, you knew you had to have those. You know, the shoes, the sneakers that you walk, they light up, you had to get them. And here's the thing about 90s shows. One, although they were silly, which some of them were, like all that had, I'm Detective Dan, my name is Fat Cap. And, hi everyone, it's time for Ask Ashley. And just in case people, yes, I was raised by TV. I was left alone a lot as a kid. But anyway, back in the 90s, at least those shows, they made you think provocatively. Like Pete and Pete, yeah. It takes place in a town called Wellsville, about two brothers who have the same name. And those, as silly as it was, like, you had Archie, the strongest man in the world, and you had all these silly, generic things, and made the show interesting. Because it had moral, it had reason. At the end of the day, you got something out of it. You got a certain feel. Unlike a show that revolves around teen drama and texting and horrible, and when I say horrible, I mean crap coming out of a squirrel's ass, horrible lighting. Believe me. What is going on, Nickelodeon and Disney? Why are you guys giving us these awful shows? Really? And also, not to mention, Nickelodeon, you guys don't have that many cartoons anymore. All you have, honestly, is SpongeBob. And don't get me wrong, I was a big fan of the Sponge when he came out. But lately, let's face it, he's gotten a bit stupider. The character development ever since they changed direction has gotten completely and horribly wrong. And Disney, come on, where's that magical imagination you guys used to have? You guys used to could take something like, remember DuckTales? Woo! Now go with it. DuckTales. You could take a show, a Disney cartoon like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, or Jungle Book, and create a whole spin-off of it. Who remembers Tailspin? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yes, I remember every single intro growing up as a kid. Yes, that's how much I was glued to the TV. Granted, watching that much TV is very bad, but in a way, I feel TV back in the day actually made kids smarter. Unlike today, it's actually making kids a lot dumber. They're at the point of dumb to where they're like, yeah. So, honestly, although a lot of kids watched a lot of TV back then in the 90s, and TV is pretty much dead, the 90s had stuff that made you have imagination. Now, the only network that's on Cartoon Network, here's where these three channels are in the pyramid. Cartoon Network is at the top, because one, Cartoon Network, they still come out with our cartoons. And there are quite a few cartoons that kind of won my heart. Like Adventure Time, a regular show, and The Amazing World of Gumball. And lately, Cartoon Network actually pays proper respect and tribute to the cartoons that made them big. Like they put all their old cartoons like Ed and Eddie, Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Animaniacs, and Looney Tunes. They will either put them on during the day while we're all at school or at work, or they put them on their separate network, Boomerang. Cartoon Network just doesn't take something that was really good and just put it in the closet like it was nothing. They actually give it the proper respect. Nickelodeon, you just want to force feed us this garbage. Same with Disney. I mean, I understand you guys wanted to capitalize and win a larger audience by buying out part of Marvel, but come on. Come up with original ideas, Disney, Nickelodeon and Disney. I want to see something new and imaginative and thought-provoking. Yeah, you have Phineas and Ferb. By the way, don't watch any more live-action shows on Nickelodeon or Disney. Watch good shows like Doctor Who, Big Bang Theory, and Game of Thrones. Yeah, I know they're geared towards an older audience, but parents, if you're watching this, you're doing your kids a favor. So anyway, I'm George Pies from ACFradio.com. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and subscribe for more YouTube videos. I'm George Pies saying, Ninja Art, subscribe to YouTube.